Hello, I'm Andrew, aka Quassi, and this is...
I'm your brother Brian.
And this is Point Rock Review, which we forgot to do last time.
That's okay. We're not very bright.
So our first beer for today is Northway Brewing Company's Oat Bituary.
Watch your mouth.
What? Anyways, the alcohol on this is 5%. It's an oatmeal stout with Death Wish coffee. Sounds familiar, Death Wish
Death
coffee.
Wish coffee. I've seen it advertised.
And this has the, what do you pronounce them? The cocoa nibs?
Cacao.
Cacao nibs and vanilla beans added.
Yeah.
I'll let you read the story if you want, Brian.
Navigate our selection of beer at northwaybrewing.com. Reap what you sow. It's said that your future is inevitably shaped by your present actions, which is why we use the finest ingredients when creating this rich, full-bodied oatmeal stout. Carefully conditioned with cacao nibs, Death Wish coffee, and vanilla beans, Oat Bituary is a magical mix of flavors worth kicking the can for.
And these guys are from Glen Falls Brewing Company, which they call Northway Brewing Company. So I'm assuming they're local, because Glen Falls is not that far away from here. I think it's a New York beer.
And you know what's awesome?
What?
When you're done drinking this, we can play a game to kick the can.
Can we really?
It says right out there, a game worth kicking the can for.
Oh, gosh.
Only oxen free.
And I also like the little thing here says, here lies weak beer on the little tombstone there.
So
that's interesting.
It's saying this is not weak beer.
Yes.
I like that.
There's only one way to find out, Brian.
Crack it open, see what she's
And this will be our first beer from Northway Brewing Company.
Yeah, I don't think I've had anything from them.
No, I've never heard of them.
Adventure is brewing.
Look at that. It's already...
Wow.
Mm-hmm. That's...
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, that's definitely a stout.
That's coffee.
Smells very coffee. It smells a lot like coffee. It looks like coffee as I'm pouring this bad boy too. Ooh, yeah. And that is going to be some foamy beer. I see that already. Look at that. Look, I poured it a little too fast.
Yeah. It's like as soon as you open up that can, that foam just freaking comes up and says, hello.
I'm not going to want to go to bed after this coffee.
Probably.
This beer tonight that smells like coffee.
Probably not.
But I have to. I got to work in the morning.
So how much will it cost me to get you to call it?
Well,
yeah, look at that. It's gonna take time for me to get to the rest of that can.
Oh yeah. We're gonna have to wait on that. I poured that too fast. I got a lot of foam there. I got more than Brian's got there.
Definitely smells like cacao, and you can smell coffee in there.
Mm-hmm. There's only one way to find out what it tastes like, and that's to drink all of this foam to get to that beer.
Over the lips, over the gums. Watch out, stomach. Here she comes.
Still trying to get past that foam, which is on my beer now.
That's very much a stout.
Oh, that's definitely stout, but it's so far what I'm tasting, it's not a very, right now it's just the foam, but right now it's not a very harsh stout. Sometimes you get them in like there's.
Wait till you get to the liquid.
Well, I'll let you know. I got a lot of foam to go through.
That coffee is a dark roast coffee.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a dark roast coffee. Wow.
The cacao is not really coming through much. It's got like a saltiness kind of thing coming in from it that is probably reminiscent of cacao. The vanilla is almost non-existent for me.
It's hard to tell with a coffee.
The coffee masks a lot.
I'm getting a mixture of, I can kind of taste the cocoa nibs.
Right.
Or cacao, whatever you want to call it, cacao nibs. I'm getting a hint to those. And actually, eventually, when I decide to brew some beer, That's going to be one of the beers or meads or something, because I want to try the nibs and some mead. Right. Eventually, I want to buy some of those. I do have them on a list of things to buy. So,
nice. Yeah, coffee is the most prevalent thing about this. I've never tried the Death Wish coffee. I've seen it advertised, but I've never popped on it.
You know, I think I bought some for my brother-in-law.
Oh, okay.
At a store, and I thought, because he's a coffee guy, he likes to try different coffees too.
I like the movie.
And I haven't had it yet, but...
Well, yeah, it's definitely a dark roasted coffee that's going on back there.
Yeah, the vanilla I'm not quite tasting. It's more coffee than anything.
Yeah, it's like slowly the saltiness of the cacao is kind of leaving, and just the coffee is just there. It's like a nice. I'm really glad the alcohol content of this is down, because if it was higher, I think this would make this harder to drink.
Yeah, I think so too, because usually if you get a stout, and especially if it's like a coffee stout or an oat stout or whatever else, the more alcohol you add into it, the harder it is to drink,
right.
And the more, you know, when you can taste the alcohol, the higher the alcohol on a stout is, you can
right.
taste that.
Right.
Excuse me, I'm glad this is only at a 5.
Right.
So our first review is the Northway Brewing Company's Oat Bituary. Now this is an oat stout. This was actually pretty good. It's got the everything that says it's in it. It's good. I never had Death Wish coffee. I actually purchased it for a brother-in-law of mine, but I never got the chance to try it. He said it was really good, and I believe him. And this does taste just like they said. It tastes like coffee. It's definitely a stout. It's not harsh. 5% alcohol I think is perfect for a stout. I know the higher the alcohol gets in a stout, the more alcohol you actually taste in the stout. I think this was a good mix. It wasn't bad at all. It was really good. I've had a lot of stouts. Oats always kind of one of my big things, and I don't mind this. It's not really that heavy on the belly. And I was actually going to give this a 3, but I think I'm going to give this a 3.5.
Alright, my review on the Oat Bituary is kind of different from Drew's. Or Quassi's. I don't know which name you want to go by. I mean, I like the idea that Northway, I've never had a Northway beer in my life, and I like that I started off with a microbrew, which I'm pretty sure probably all your stuff is microbrew. But it has a cool logo, and Death Wish coffee is something I've seen advertised but never quite got around to trying. As for putting it in beer, I mean, I would rather have this hot than have this cold, but then of course it wouldn't be beer if we did that.
Yeah.
It's not, I don't particularly like this. The coffee I think is too much in something like this. Actually, I think this would be better if you decided to make this a nitro. I think that would have added some cream to it, maybe a little bit of sweetness to it. And I'm a guy who loves black coffee, and this is coming from me. But I think this is just a little bit much. I would never buy this again in a million years.
Wow.
It's not that I'm not a big fan of this, and I'm a stout guy. I love my stouts. This is a bit much. For me, this one's going to have to be a solid 2.
Wow.
To me, this doesn't quite make the bar. Sorry. But Northway, I kind of like that you're trying new things. So I'm giving you kudos for that. I would like to try more of what you have. This one just didn't really do it for me.
Any of you local viewers that watch our channel, go check out Anacostia and check out their huge selection of beers. If you want something different than the norm, I would go there. So if you're ever in Rome, New York, go check out Anacostia. And tell them Point Rock Review sent you.